Hopefully I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. Hi everyone, thank you so much for dropping by to my live stream. How's everyone doing? Hope that everything is doing good. Am I live right now? I'm live right now, I'm sorry. So anyways, I'll be reacting to this video again from the Food Terrorist site. You know what, this time I think I've already said enough words about these videos. If people actually want to judge me on this, because this video came out in like what? April, March of this year, 2022, and it's gonna be uploaded in like what? In the month of November. In the month of November, yeah. So by the time, at the very least, a majority of like a good portion of a year have passed. Nearly a year have passed since the upload of this video, so I'm not going to pay too much attention, especially when I've done my reactions to this video multiple times. So yeah, not sure if you know what I'm saying. It's this particular video. So let's just keep quiet, alright? This one, I've done it twice actually. Gosh.
Alright guys, what are we talking about today?
Not sure if you can see, it's this video. There you go. But first things first, it's always good to do audio check, so let's see. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Alright guys, what are we talking about today?
Hopefully
what exciting, stupid thing do we have going on today on Food Theory?
Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Alright guys, what are we talking about today?
What
exciting, stupid thing do we have going on today on Food Theory?
I think everything's working out. Yeah, everything seems to be working out. Let's go. Let's start. Since I've done this video again before, right? Let's see what I did prior. How's my intro? Alright, let's start. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to Matthew Robert Patrick. So it's hi everyone, it's me, and today Robert. Sorry. Let's be clear about this. I've done this reaction multiple different times, so I'm still kind of worried. Full name, Matt Pat. Full name, Matthew Robert Patrick. Okay, good. So it's hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to. So it's multiple words. You know, I've already done the reaction video to this multiple different times. Let's give him the benefit of doubt. Right, he's trying to improve. So I go keep quiet about this. Okay, so it's hi everyone, it's me, and today Pat. Just roll the clip. Just roll the clip. Alright, let's go. I think everything's good. let's go. Hi everyone, it's me today. Hi everyone, and today, MadPat. Hi everyone, it's me and today, Matthew, Robert, Patrick, MadPat. Matthew, Robert, Patrick. Let's listen. Okay, I think I'm good. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to MadPat, Matthew, Robert, Patrick together. Let's go.
Alright guys, what are we talking about today? What exciting, stupid thing do we have going on today on Food Theory? Oh, came prepared. Let's see. Congratulations! This video is so bad. Okay, this video is so bad and full of misinformation. Considering how many wrong things there are in your game and film theory channels, this somehow doesn't surprise me. Oh dear, this took a turn. Thank you for being the creator to finally speak up about food theory. They put out a lot of misinformation on all of their channels. I feel like that's being a bit harsh. I mean, sure, Sans isn't Ness and Hollow Knight isn't the old king, but a lot of information. It feels a bit aggressive. After seeing this, I'm convinced MadPat is a shill for the vegan and organic industry. I feel like my affection for McDonald's and my love of steak would disagree, but sure, you do you, friend. You stole this from Brew, similar thumbnail and content, shameful. Oh geez, now we're stealing thumbnails apparently. It's gonna be one of those days. Also, for the record, I actually haven't heard of the Brew channel, but I'm absolutely gonna look it up. I personally suggest you take down and or remake a video about this topic again. It would have actually been a good video if you did some sort of research. You know what? Comment, I can actually agree with that one. A good video does do good research, and I would say 99% of the time, I feel pretty darn confident about the research that me and the rest of the team does when we're working on these episodes. That said, you know, sometimes things slip through the cracks, but rarely is it something major enough to take down a whole video, so you know what? Let's do it. Let's look at this toxic information that we put out into the world and see if it holds up or not. Have I actually lied to you? Today, let's decide the fate of a video. Does it remain up online or should we be taking it down? No intro today, friends. Let's just hop into it. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be pretty quiet about this. Let's listen to MadPat. Thank you.
The show that apparently lies to you needs to do more research. is a shill for veganism and apparently steals thumbnails. Now, if you need a context for any and all of that, back in February, we covered the milk industry on this channel, exposing the propaganda machine that gets people to keep consuming dairy products, despite the fact that the majority of humans on planet Earth are biologically programmed to become lactose intolerant in adulthood. Then, about a month ago, a video popped into my feed by the channel How to Cook That, hosted by food scientist, dietitian, and published cookbook author Ann Reardon. In short, this is someone who knows her stuff when it comes to food and has made a name for herself debunking popular food videos online, which is why I trembled in fear when her name got mentioned in the video. And let's just say that my reaction wasn't entirely unwarranted.
There are so many videos out there already that say stop drinking dairy, including this one from Food Theory, which is very, very similar in the look of the thumbnail and the content of the video to this one that was from Brew 2 years earlier.
Oh, the subtle suggestion of plagiarism. We are starting off real strong. Here's the thing, regarding the thumbnail, it's a calcium meme. Skeletons, strong bones. We knew that we wanted to riff off of the whole calcium meme thing, and we wanted skeletons holding or drinking milk, and like I said, none of us were actually aware of that other video. I can't expressly prove it, but I was in every thumbnail discussion. Hours of my life wasted, and no one once brought it up, so just coincidence. Great minds think alike. Though, I will say, looking up the Brew channel now, this definitely seems to be a channel that is up my alley. The tagline, solving mysteries one cup at a time. Ooh, I think I found my new favorite YouTube channel for the next month. From that auspicious start, her video is spent responding to common questions that people have about the dairy industry in general, ranging from the environmental sustainability of dairy farms to the environmental impact of dairy alternatives. And I'm not going to go into detail about any of that stuff because it wasn't a focus of our original video. Those are different topics for a different day. I am here specifically to address Anne's concerns to Food Theory, which honestly only account for around 3.5 minutes of her video's total 20-minute runtime, and a lot of that time is actually spent agreeing with us. For example, Anne mentions the nutritional benefit of calcium for growing kids.
No one is debating do kids need calcium for their bones to grow. In fact, studies have shown that if you don't have enough calcium, you won't grow as tall as if you have enough calcium.
And yeah, she's right. Nobody's debating this. In fact, we made the exact same observation in our own video.
Well, it turns out that milk does have a few clear-cut benefits. For one, milk has been clinically shown to make children grow taller. Not kidding. It's estimated that if you add an additional serving of milk to a child's diet every single day, they may add a full centimeter to their final adult height.
One of the big points that we focused on in the last milk video we did here on Food Theory is how it's after childhood that consuming milk becomes more complex. And again, it's something that Anne agrees with. Here is our video.
And a mother's milk, with its complex mixture of nutrients, vitamins, proteins, beneficial bacteria, antibodies, and lymphocytes, act as a literal power shake for babies. And the thing is, by the time people hit 20, our bodies are designed to no longer produce enough lactase to break down milk.
And here's Anne saying basically the exact same thing.
Now, most people have that enzyme. They make it in their bodies when they're babies because they need to be able to absorb the breast milk that they're being fed. And then as they get older, the amount of that enzyme can decrease. There's only about 1/3 of people in the world who that enzyme doesn't decrease.
Outside of tracking the history of lactose intolerance, the rest of our video was basically dedicated to the advertising practices of the milk industry. How pro-milk ads that are designed to look like public health announcements actually come from private organizations whose funding mostly comes from milk producers. And our little expose on the milk industry's marketing tactics, which really was the meat and potatoes of that episode, isn't something that Anne disputes. In fact, of our entire 14-minute long episode, the only part that she wound up disagreeing with were 2 sentences right at the very end. A total of 37 words out of a total 2,600 word script. In a paragraph where I briefly review alternative ways of getting calcium, I say this.
Green vegetables like broccoli and kale, more calcium than milk. If you hate green things, just try eating some beans. You know, those fun little round guys that come in burritos and chili? More calcium than milk.
This is the part that she clips out and reacts to, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but first, it's worth noting all the stuff around it that she cut out, because here's the rest of the clip.
Tofu, also a primary primary source of protein and calcium in places in the world where lactose intolerance is high, and it's both cheaper and healthier than milk. You know what else has the nutrients of milk in a pinch? A good calcium supplement and a vitamin D drop from the grocery store or pharmacy.
And these she doesn't dispute because, honestly, there's no disputing them. These are better alternatives to drinking a glass of milk, but clipping out the ones that we definitely got right and not acknowledging them makes it seem like our video was irresponsible and full of a bunch of misinformation, when again, none of it was actually the focus of the episode in the first place. But okay, let's just get back to her main point. The stuff about kale, broccoli, and beans. Here's Anne's take.
They say in their video that broccoli and kale have more calcium than milk, and they show a picture of cabbage, not kale.
Yikes, yeah, that's a big oof there. We definitely deserve every hit for that one. It was totally our bad. We even had our resident vegetarian review the episode, and even she didn't catch it. It's not an excuse, just slipped through the cracks of everyone watching the episode. But honestly, that visual mistake isn't the main point. It's not why people are calling for the removal of our video. It's the possible misinformation that was contained within that section. So let's actually review that, shall we?
So let's do a comparison. To get that 300 milligrams of calcium that you get in 1 glass of milk, you would need to eat 222 grams of kale. And you might think, that's easy, I eat that much in a day. But I can guarantee if you put that in front of a child, that is a lot of kale to get them to eat, especially if they need more than 1 serve of dairy in a day. That's quite a lot.
Let me interrupt to say that she is definitely right about kids not wanting to eat this amount of kale. As a father of a 3-year-old, he'd sooner eat a Lego than a leafy vegetable. That said, while this provides a powerful visual as like, wow, look at all this kale, it actually condenses down quite nicely into like smoothie form. And then goes on to explain that we're technically correct about kale having more calcium than milk if we're talking about calcium per gram.
Now, technically, gram for gram, this has slightly more calcium.
Haha! Technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
However, she then goes on to suggest that rather than comparing a gram of kale to a gram of milk, it would make more sense to compare a single serving of kale to a single serving of milk. And if you do the comparison that way, well, milk comes out on top.
But to say that it has more calcium than milk is a bit deceptive because a serve of kale is not this much kale. If you're looking at serve to serve, milk has a lot more calcium in it.
This is actually a great point to bring up, and it's something that I've been meaning to talk about on the channel for a while now. Talking about food amounts it's complicated to say the least. For instance, say you wanted to compare the number of calories in a glass of milk versus a can of Coca-Cola. Well, let's do what Anne suggested and compare 1 serving size to 1 serving size. After all, it's printed right on the label, so it should be easy enough to do, right? So 1 serving of this 2% milk has 130 calories, while the nutrition label on our can says this can, 1 serving size, has 140 calories. This acidic sugar water is obviously more caloric than milk, right? As you might expect, this is supposed to be really unhealthy for you. But wait a minute, let's look at the numbers again, because here's the thing. The nutrition label for the milk is based on a serving size of 240 milliliters, 1 cup or around 8 fluid ounces. The can of Coke, meanwhile, is based on this single can, 355 milliliters or 12 ounces. Very different. In other words, a regular 12-ounce can of Coke has more calories if you're comparing it to an 8-ounce cup of milk. If we do some simple arithmetic, we can actually see that if we were comparing 1 cup of each fluid, that would actually come out to the milk having 130 calories, like we knew, and the Coke actually coming out less, 93 calories less than the milk. I do this little comparison not as a means of saying like, oh, Coca-Cola is healthier than milk. Obviously, it's not. It's like acidic sugar water. It's terrible for you. They have vastly different nutritional content. I'm just using this to illustrate a point here. 1 serving is not always the same as 1 serving. And that's even true when you're comparing identical food products. Case in point, look at the nutritional content for this 20-ounce bottle of Coke. Here, it defines the entire 20-ounce bottle as the single serving, leading to completely different numbers than when we were looking at just the can itself. I could certainly name more examples, but hopefully you see my point here. If you use 1 serving as the basis for a comparison, it's easy to end up with distorted pictures because serving sizes are just defined inconsistently, especially when you're comparing foods across different food groups like a leafy green vegetable and a beverage. And a lot of times the serving size has more to do with what it's been packaged in than the actual amount of stuff that you're getting. I mean, sure, one serving or a cup of milk has more calcium than one serving or a cup of kale, but the kale has fewer calories. Comparing 1 cup of leafy green vegetable to 1 cup of nutrient-rich liquid isn't exactly a one-to-one comparison either. So for our information, we tried to standardize that comparison as much as possible. And since a gram is a gram is a gram no matter what you're talking about, we compared a gram of milk to a gram of raw kale and beans, only to find that, yeah, the kale and beans had more calcium per gram than milk. We didn't even try considering serving sizes and portion sizes because, well, we didn't really think to. We didn't think we had to. We were just focused on the cleanest possible comparison. But obviously it takes a lot more kale to make up a single gram, which winds up giving you that big, massive plate of kale like she pulls out in her video.
So if you're looking at serve to serve, milk has a lot more calcium in it than kale.
So, which one of us is right? Well, the answer is both of us. We were just using different systems of measurement. And mind you, these aren't even the only 2 ways to look at the situation. For instance, we could be looking at the amount of calcium per calorie. Would that be a better way of measuring calcium content? This is the sort of thing that comes up all the time when you're asking questions like, how much of ketchup is actually garlic powder? Or how much of this condiment is added sugars? You'll come up with different answers depending on whether you're calculating by the weight, by the volume, or where the calories are actually coming from. Calling this sort of thing an apples to oranges comparison isn't doing it any sort of justice, because we're literally just comparing a food to itself. And we're just using different modes of measure. And if all of that wasn't complicated enough already, you have the added layer of bioavailability to consider. Now, I've mentioned this before during our spinach episode, but the long and short of it is that just because a food contains a certain amount of nutrient doesn't necessarily mean that your body is able to use all of that nutrient. Case in point, spinach, absolutely packed with iron, but studies show that in some cases you're only getting about 2% of that able to be absorbed into the body, a pittance compared to what you'd actually get from other foods like, say, steak or even dark chocolate, which have it in a form that's much more bioavailable. So even when we have what seems to be like a perfect one-to-one comparison, 1 milligram of iron is not the same thing as 1 milligram of iron depending on the food source, and likewise 1 milligram of calcium is not the same as 1 milligram of calcium. So, since neither Anne nor I explicitly talked about this in our respective episodes, let's do it now, shall we? According to Dr. Connie Weaver, professor of food and nutrition at Purdue University, who literally wrote the book on calcium in human health, I have a digital copy of it, so I'm pretending to hold a physical copy of it. Can we just After Effects this in? Awesome, thanks editors. Now let's After Effects it off because I'm done introducing it. Great, there it goes. Our bodies can absorb about 32% of the calcium inside of milk, whereas calcium inside of vegetables is gonna vary wildly. Worst case scenario, we're talking about spinach, which continues to get dunked on in our episodes because only about 5% of that calcium is bioavailable. But for other brassica vegetables, the family that includes kale and broccoli, that number is actually significantly higher than milk. Broccoli, for instance, can get as high as 60%. That is nearly twice the amount that you're gonna be getting out of milk. And that makes all the difference in the world when you're comparing the calcium in both of these.
I don't even know how they thought that broccoli had more calcium than milk, because it doesn't even gram for gram. I'm not sure where they got that from.
Since you asked, let's actually get to where that information came from. According to the University of California, San Francisco Medical Center, 1 cup of milk has 300 milligrams of calcium, just like Anne points out in her video. Well, the same amount of cooked broccoli has 180 milligrams of calcium, which at first blush would seem to support what Anne is saying. Milk has more calcium than broccoli. However, let's now apply the numbers that we brought up when discussing Dr. Connie Weaver's calcium research. Of the calcium that's produced in both of these, 108 milligrams of calcium would be coming into your body from the broccoli, while you would only be able to absorb 96 milligrams of calcium from the milk. So the broccoli ultimately wins out per serving. Another reason we might have actually come to different conclusions here is that we might just be looking at different sources, which is why I'm trying to be specific about where our numbers are coming from. The numbers from the USDA website actually are different, but they're talking about raw broccoli instead of cooked. In my research, I also discovered that the reported calcium level for broccoli tended going to vary based on the source that you were looking at. And one reason for that, I suspect, is that the nutritional content varies based on whether you're talking about the florets, the very top, versus the stalk or the stems. So yeah, I don't think that we were wrong in this case. Even if we do as Anne suggests and compare 1 serving of broccoli to 1 serving of milk, looking at the amount of calcium that our bodies can actually absorb from each of these food sources ultimately means that broccoli beats milk, even if Anne is technically correct about milk having more calcium in it. Now, I don't bring any of this up to say that Anne was wrong on a particular point. Like I said, she is technically correct, just like she said I was technically correct about the gram for gram stuff.
The best kind of correct.
But I think all of this illustrates an important point. When it comes to nutrition and food science, it is really hard to tell the full story. Even bioavailability can change based on the foods that you're eating together as part of a meal. If you mix citrus in with spinach, it's a whole new ball game. Even directly comparing food labels doesn't paint you the full picture because our bodies just process different foods in different ways. The TLDR of this whole video is this. On food theory and across all the theory channels, I and the rest of the team do our research. We do a lot of research, and I hope that this episode has shown you a little bit of that. And so when people say that we don't do our research, we take that very seriously. And in doing that research, we do our best to find a balance. We try to make sure that we're giving you information that is true to the best of our knowledge, but also useful. I always do my best to include the facts that I think are going to paint the full picture for the narrative, but also there are just limits in how thorough we can be in any given video. Case in point, look at what we're doing right now. We're wrapping up a 20-minute response video responding to a 3.5-minute segment from another channel that in turn was reacting to a 20-second clip of our original video. I mean, that 20-second clip of offhanded comments has suddenly ballooned into this 20-minute spectacular full of nutritional science and food labeling. If we went one Inception level deeper, I'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like doing a 90-minute dissertation on bioavailability, which something tells me no one is gonna have the patience for. So, am I taking down that original video? No, I don't think we need to. Did I lie to you or purposely misrepresent information? No. Would it have been better for me to compare serving sizes like Anne suggested rather than weight? You know, I don't know. I'm still not sure on that one. But will these sorts of things happen again? Yeah, honestly, most likely. As I said, food is just a subject with a lot of nuance and a shocking amount of misinformation out there, but I am more than happy to sit down on the couch and do response videos like this one, trying to clarify all of this as we continue to figure out the best way to cover the complicated world of food. And rest assured, there is absolutely one thing I feel confident in promising you. I will never again make the mistake of confusing this cabbage with this kale. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Kale to the camera. Bottoms up.
The more you know, I guess, the more you know. The reason why I keep quiet about this is because if you have made it so far into the video, you might have recognized that I've done 2 different reactions to these particular videos prior. And it's toward this video lah. The thing is, I can see that he's trying to improve, he's trying to educate, benefit the audience. Me, you, everyone. But well, actions speak louder than words. Let's hope that he continue to improve, continue to grow, continue to develop better scripts, and yeah. Anyways, all the best to you, my pet. All the best to the team behind the videos. All in all, I still have a very positive outlook towards your contents. Just that a few minor setbacks here and there will really tarnish your reputations. Anyways, thank you all so much for coming over to my live stream. If you do like my live stream, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any share of us. Down below. Don't forget to follow my channel. I hope to see you all in my next video. But hey, that is just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Thank you. Subscribe. And I hope to see you all in my next live stream. Bye bye. Next video. Subscribe over here. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hopefully everything's working out. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to Matt, Pat, Matthew, Robert, Patrick together. Let's go.
All right, guys, what are we talking about today? What exciting, stupid thing do we have going on today on Food Theory? Oh, came prepared. Let's see. Congratulations! This video is so bad. Okay, this video is so bad and full of misinformation, considering how many wrong things there are. Food Theory. I feel like my take videos. That said, research and toxic up online.
Welcome to Food Theory.
Or should we be taking it down? No intro today, friends. Let's just hop into it. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be pretty quiet about this. Let's listen to Matt, Pat. Thank you.
The show that apparently lies to you needs
These particular videos.
But hey, that's just all of this as we continue to figure out the best way to cook broccoli instead of cooking about the technically research, and I hope video. Did I this?
The reason why I keep quiet about this is because
There is absolutely one theory, a food theory. Bon appetit. Hail to the camera. Bottoms up.
the more you know, I guess, the more you know. The reason why I keep quiet about this is because if you have made it so far into the video, you might have recognized that I've done two different reactions to these particular videos prior, and it's toward this video lah. The thing is, I can see that he's trying to improve, he's trying to educate, benefit the audience, me, you, everyone. But well, actions speak louder than words. Let's hope that he continue to improve, continue to grow, continue to develop better scripts, and yeah. Anyways, all the best to you, iPad. All the best to the team behind the videos. All in all, I still have a very positive outlook towards your contents. Just that a few minor setbacks here and there will really tarnish your reputations. Anyways, thank you all so much for coming over to my live stream. If you do like my live stream, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any share of us. Down below. Don't forget to follow my channel. I hope to see you all in my next video. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Thank you. Subscribe. And I hope to see you all in my next live stream. Bye bye. Next video. Subscribe over here. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to Matt, Pat, Matthew, Robert, Patrick together. Let's go.
All right, guys, what are we talking about?
All right, it's gonna be it's quite a good video. It's quite a good video. But anyways, next let's focus on Duolingo. I want to practice my language skills. I recognize that no one is watching my live stream, so yeah, it hurts. It honestly hurts. But still, I'm shifting my live stream contents to just another Singaporean story. My live stream connect to because it is literally my story. I can do whatever I want. I can play games. It's a story, but it's my story. I can do IRL. It's my story. I can travel overseas. It's my story. Let's do live streams on my Just Another Singaporean story. Then Mundane Singaporean discipline is more towards shorts. Then Humdrum Singaporeans is more towards proper YouTube videos. Okay. Moving forward, I want to include Noob Singaporean gaming, where I take clips from my channel, from my live streaming channel, and put it into their clips. Yeah. And then Singapore Hyperpolyglotism. Include that for learning language. like how I'm doing right now. Then still got song singing one, the singing one, yeah, that one sounds good as well. First, practice on language. Let's do practice. Okay, let's do a simple practice. I am. Yo soy hombre.
Soy. Tú eres un hombre. Tú
Tú
eres
eres
un hombre.
You are a man. Apple, manzana.
Tú eres un niño. Tú
Tú
eres
eres un
niño.
niño. You are a boy. Yo bebe agua. You drink water.
Yo soy un hombre. Yo soy
un
un hombre.
I am a man.
Ella es una mujer.
She is a woman. Es una mujer.
Es ella.
Es ella. Is her.
Él come manzanas.
He eats apples. Él come manzanas.
¿Tú bebes agua?
Tú bebes agua. Do you drink water?
El hombre bebe agua.
El hombre, the man, drinks water. El hombre bebe agua.
Yo bebo, tú bebes, él bebe.
Yo bebo. Tú bebes. Él bebe. Es ella.
Juan come manzanas.
Juan come manzanas. John eats apples. You drink water. Tú eres bebes agua. Ah? Oh. The drink. Why I put eres? Sorry. The woman drinks water. La mujer bebes agua. Babe. Why is it bebes? Baby. Tú bebes agua. La mujer bebe agua. Thank you. I make a lot of mistakes. Anyways, let's continue this moderate revision of restaurants. It's my best.
1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. Dos personas, un restaurante. 2 people, 1 restaurant. Dos personas.
Personas.
Dos personas. Un restaurante.
Restaurante.
Restaurante. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yo tengo una reserva. Yo tengo una reserva para 3 personas. I have a reservation for 3 people. One more time. Yo tengo una reserva para 3 personas. Personas.
Hola, buenos días. ¿Una mesa
Hola.
para 3 personas?
Hello, good morning. There's something else.
Hola, buenos días. ¿Una mesa para 3 personas? Hola,
Hola.
buenos
Buenos
días.
días.
Una
Una
mesa para
mesa. Para.
3 personas.
A table for 3 people. A table for 3 people.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos
Buenos
días.
días.
Una
Una
mesa
mesa
para
para
3
tres
personas.
personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Oh, gosh.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Hola, buenos días. Una mesa para 3 personas.
Yes. Hola. I'm sorry. Let's try to keep up with it, okay?
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa
Buenos-
para 3 personas.
Hola. Buenos días. I'm sorry. Hola. Buenos días. Para mesa. I'm sorry.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos
Buenos
días.
Una
Una
mesa para
para
3
3
personas.
personas.
One more time, let's go fast.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Una mesa para 3 personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para
personas.
3 personas.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para 3
personas.
personas. One more time. I made a mistake. Okay.
Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Alright. Una mesa para 3 personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
tres
personas.
personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para-
personas.
Una mesa para 3 personas.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para-
personas.
Sorry. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para 3
personas.
personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para 3
personas.
personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
para 3
personas.
personas. One more time.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa
Una
para
mesa
3
para 3
personas.
personas. One last time, I messed it up.
Hola,
Hola.
buenos días.
Buenos días.
Una mesa para 3
tres
personas.
Yes. I'm so happy. La persona está en el taxi, no. El banco, no. El restaurante. Restaurante, yes. Number 3. Yes. So,
Yo necesito un restaurante.
yo necesito un restaurante. I need a restaurant. Yo necesito un restaurante.
Yo necesito un restaurante.
Brr.
Yo necesito un restaurante. Yo necesito un restaurante.
Restaurante.
Yo necesito un restaurante.
Oh my gosh.
Yo necesito un
Un
restaurante.
restaurante. Un restaurante.
Yo necesito un restaurante.
restaurante.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time.
1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1,
1,
2,
2, 3.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Un restaurante.
A restaurant. Un restaurante.
Un restaurante.
Restaurante. One more time.
Un restaurante.
Restaurante. A restaurant.
Una mesa.
Una mesa.
Una mesa.
A table. For 3 people.
Para personas.
Tres
3 personas.
Para 3 personas. For 3 people.
Una mesa para 2, por favor.
Una mesa para 2, por favor. A table for 2, please.
Una mesa para
para
2,
dos,
por favor.
por favor.
Una mesa
Una
para
para
2,
dos,
por favor.
Por favor. Por favor. Uno. Una restaurante español. I get it. So it's as in one. One time. It's masculine. Okay. I need a table. Yo necesito una mesa. Oh, un mesa. Deep breath, I believe in you. See? Yo necesito una mesa. Un restaurante español. It feels good. It honestly feels good. That deep breath. Let's do one more practice, one simple practice. I want to improve my skills. Pan, bread.
Pan. Tú eres un hombre. Tú
eres un
hombre.
hombre. You are a man. Soy.
Tú eres una mujer. Tú
eres una mujer.
Mujer.
You are a woman. Yo bebo agua.
Yo soy un hombre. Tú soy un hombre.
You are a man. How can I make such a silly mistake?
Yo como, tú comes, él come.
I eat. You eat. He eats. Yo como, tú comes, él come. Agua. El agua.
¿Tú comes manzanas?
Do you eat apples? ¿Tú comes manzanas? Hold on.
¿Tú comes manzanas?
¿Tú comes pan?
¿Tú comes pan? Do you eat bread?
Yo como manzanas.
Yo como manzanas. I eat apples.
Yo soy un niño.
Yo soy un niño. I'm a boy. El agua. The water.
Tú eres una niña.
Tú eres una niña. What? Niño. Yo como pan. Tú eres una mujer.
Yo soy un hombre. Yo
Yo
soy un hombre.
I'm a man.
Tú eres una niña.
Tú eres una niña. How can I make such a silly mistake? Two silly mistakes some more. Let's take a look at the review lessons. I make a silly mistake. Continue. Yeah. I'm like number 10. I don't actually really care. I don't actually care. It's gonna drop. Anyways, what is this? Most recent translate this. I don't need. Thank you so much, but I don't need. I appreciate it, but I do not need it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna end. At least I got something new, right? Something beneficial, something great. Okay, let's focus on the thumbnail part. In the meantime, let's listen to some music. Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Should I make thumbnail for them as well? Sure, might as well. So this is thumbnail. One thumbnail, one original thumbnail, 3 videos. Well, hi everyone, it's me, and today, why is so dark? Alright, let's start. Also redo. Fail. Also redo. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to Matt Pat, Matthew, Robert, Patrick together. Let's go.
All right, guys, what are we talking about?
The thing is, well, hi everyone, it's me, and today let's
Make children grow taller. Not kidding. It's
A lot of that time is that auspicious. Here's the thing: cook that.
the title.
Do good research.
make children grow taller. Not has been clinically shown.
It's after
Protein use and
Brings out similar meaning,
Doesn't it?
similar word, meaning
it is that 2
oh.
for that one. Having more calcium than an ounce bottle of use. It's the same. SDA website varies based on whether you're
Low income family.
in a sentence and statistics, which agrees with.
No, it was
an additional
no. Is at the algorithm. No, the most of you and the team for improvement. Your word improvement. That's not a video. You know. All the way through at the end, at the last part of the video, you know. The last part of the video, you know. Man, I was pissed. Alright, let's start. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to Robert and Patrick, Matt Pat, and be respectful and understanding. Thank you all so much.
Strong aware of
Yeah.
I think of dairy for time, and a lot of that time is actually spent agreeing with us. For example, Anne mentioned
After I watch, alright, put the last most of, and I'm trying, right, every single time, and that's what children at you just for some of the views like
and people hit
Make
what great session
ads that are tactics
for room for
right at the ways of getting
more
rest of the help. I say this
green
total of 37 words out of a total 2. I'm gonna
chosen
clarify video, especially food that people of barrels. Milk is the cheapest.
definitely got these not let
Yo,
definitely do
mistakes. So
every
thank you so much. Thank you.
even have to like smooth.
calcium.
Script could be better. Come on, you have teams working on your script. Come on.
Now technically, gram for gram, this has
He's trying to correct it. And just really respect it that Matt Pat really information right in front of his face and like saying I'm responsible for the situations. Let me correct myself. So it's he should correct himself. That he might have unfortunately deliberately.
Today, let's start a video. Remain online. Remain down. Today, let's start a video. Remain online. Remain down. More days. That's food theory.
That's food theory. That part.
It's just all that back to the
she's someone that really moves up.
That's showing you that maybe stop drinking dairy. And this one from food theory, which is very, very similar in the thumbnail and content video. This one that was from Bird Trees Baby.
Oh, some suggestion features in your front office. Here they are.
Yeah, very similar. And this really calls into design of comments. Be better at cycle. This is not progress as well. This part. Yeah, this part. I was looking at the face and then I was the audience couldn't saw. It's like 7 minutes plus mark. I made a mistake. I think, shall we? Okay, let's split the video. Barely any audience for the last part. Maybe you have millions of views, but you should know the algorithm. The most important part for your audience. Put it at the front. The most important part for your audience. This song is the Julien's one. She used the children's song. It feels very cute. Genuinely very cute. Have a very nice melody to it, and somehow it's a free tone, I guess. Hopefully it's free. Wait, what? Listen up. Rock-a-bye baby, tree top. Huh? I learned it in a different way. I learned it in a different way. It's more towards rock-a-bye baby on the tree top. When the wind blows, the baby fly away. Yeah, like when the wind blows, the baby fly away. That sounds so horrible. The more I just noticed that, yeah, that sounded pretty horrible. When the wind blows, the baby fly away. Not gonna lie, I thought it was drowning. Hi everyone, it's me, and today let's listen to MadPat.
The green vegetable, CM, milk, and gram, and situation, volume, or where the cat using different, but the spit to one the same fest. is actually dunked on it in our episodes because only about 5% of that calcium is bioavailable. But for other brassica vegetables, the family that includes kale and broccoli, that number
Alright, that sounds like that's a pretty good sound. Thank you all so much for dropping by to my live stream. Today's live stream is going to be pretty quick actually. Tomorrow I'm going to touch on Mother Justin's thumbnails. After that, I'm going to touch on Doctor Strange. Yes, Mother Justin, then Doctor Strange. Yeah, Mother Justin and Doctor Strange. And also, I'll be doing some Duolingo. And moving forward, next Tuesday will be my last live stream. Yeah. Next Tuesday will be my last live stream. Today is Tuesday, so 7 more days of live streaming on this channel. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I really don't know how to say this, but today is Tuesday, but next Tuesday will be my last live stream. So it's more like 7 more days of live streaming. Thank you all so much for supporting my live streams. You guys are the best. But I'll not be live streaming anymore in this channel. I'm sorry. My deepest apologies. I'm pretty sorry. Well, because I'm changing to another live streaming channel, so yeah. Support me on Just Another Singaporean Story, because it is really just another Singaporean story. I'm just another Singaporean. Yeah. So anyways, thank you so much for dropping by the live stream. Thank you. If you do like my live stream, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Thank you so much. Subscribe. And don't forget to follow my channel. I hope to see you in my next live stream. But hey, that's just a stream, a live stream. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next